8 Principles to make you unstoppable. In the modern world, where people are easily swept into the vortex of doubt, comparison, and judgment, many grow up with a lingering sense that they are not enough, not worthy, not valuable. How many times have you apologized when you did nothing wrong? How many times have you explained yourself just to seek approval from those who never truly respected you? And how many times have you felt controlled, belittled, or pushed to the margins by others? This is not fate, nor an inherent truth about you. It is the result of an invisible programming, when society, family, and the education system taught you to become obedient, easy to control, easy to manage. But the truth is this: those who are easily managed will never build empires. 5 centuries ago, Niccolo Machiavelli uncovered the true laws of power, strength, and influence. He did not write soothing words to please the masses, he exposed harsh truths that only the brave dared to accept. And from that, he left behind principles that could transform an ordinary person into an unstoppable force. This journey consists of 8 principles. Each principle is a step that lifts you from programmed weakness toward self-mastery, pride, and unshakable power. 1. Transform yourself from within. Within every person, 2 selves coexist. One is insecure, fearful, apologetic, always seeking approval. The other is confident, proud, aware of its worth, and never lowering its standards to please others. The question is, which one are you feeding more each day? The insecure self is the product of socialization. From childhood, you were taught to obey your parents, to be quiet in class, to sacrifice your individuality for the group. But Machiavelli reminds us, humans are born to rule themselves, not to be obedient tools of the system. Every time you submit unreasonably, you betray yourself. Every time you allow someone to cross your boundaries, you teach them that your limits mean nothing. Every time you apologize without guilt, you devalue your own worth. True inner transformation does not come from hatred or extremism, but from choice. A firm choice, to choose strength over approval, respect over being liked, influence over hollow popularity. This process is not easy. The weak self will scream, resist, and remind you of past failures. Let it resist, that is the sign of change. Along this path, you will become someone who does not apologize for existing, who does not explain to the unworthy, who does not beg for respect but naturally commands it. 2. Build a mental fortress. Once you transform within, you must build something greater, a fortress in your mind. If your mind is fragile, any criticism, rejection, or small failure can shatter you. But if your mind is a solid fortress, nothing external can shake you. The weak live in emotions, anger drives reckless action, pain drives weak decisions, fear prevents action altogether. They are like wild horses pulled by any feeling. In contrast, the mental fortress turns every emotion into data. Anger means someone has crossed a line, pain means truth has been revealed, fear means you stand at the edge of growth. Practice observation instead of reaction. When someone insults you, see it as information about their character. When someone breaks a promise, see it as confirmation of who they are. When someone tries to manipulate you, do not think you are weak, realize they are desperate. A mental fortress does not mean emotionless, it means not ruled by emotions. It is the state where you still feel deeply but choose to act with logic and strategy. Others will see you unmoved by storms, but inside, you are calculating every move. 3. Master the art of silence. The loudest in the room is often the most insecure. Their words are but a veil covering inner anxiety. Silence, in contrast, is the supreme weapon of power. When you stop explaining, everything changes. Others begin to respect you more. They stop questioning every decision you make. They stop testing your boundaries, sensing a depth in you they cannot reach. Remember, every explanation you give to a challenger is a surrender of power. The truly influential never need to justify their choices. Silence is also protection. How many relationships collapse because of words spoken in anger? How many opportunities are lost from saying too much? The silent person never faces these problems. He speaks only when words serve a purpose, and keeps quiet when silence protects his position. Silence makes you unpredictable. When others do not know what you think, they begin to respect, even fear, you. Mystery creates magnetism. And when you finally speak, your words weigh tenfold. 4. Turn disappointment into strength. One of life's harshest truths is this: people will disappoint you. A close friend may choose personal gain over loyalty. A partner may choose money over trust. Someone you rely on may abandon you when you need them most. The naive see this as tragedy. They drown in betrayal, analyze every word, and torment themselves with questions of why. But the wise are different. They see disappointment as a lesson, a strategic insight into human nature. Machiavelli once said, "People change, are unstable, and often act in self-interest." With this understanding, you will never again be shocked when others place themselves above you. Instead of suffering, you will prepare. Instead of being a victim, you will become a strategist. Every disappointment gives you new data about the world. You learn who can be trusted and who cannot. You learn to build backup plans, never placing your fate in another's hands. Most importantly, you understand this: only those who stand above others can be disappointed by them. If someone betrays you, it means you are in a position they desire. Use disappointment as fuel. It forges independence, clarity, and resilience. When you have risen many times after betrayal, no shock can scare you. You do not just survive, you rise stronger than ever. 5. Stay silent before critics, answer with excellence. The insecure argue with every insult. They waste precious time trying to persuade those who will never acknowledge them. But that is a trap. When you argue with critics, you raise them to your level. The solution? No words, only results. Let your achievements speak. When you consistently create value, success, and influence, all criticism becomes irrelevant. People may doubt, but reality cannot be denied. Remember, complaints do not defeat fate, but excellence can crush criticism. When you embody your words, critics turn into the envious, and envy is simply admiration disguised. Never let your energy drain into useless arguments. Invest it in work, in growth, in actions undeniable by anyone. That is the sharpest reply. 6. Control reputation, the invisible weapon. The world judges you in the first 7 seconds of meeting. Reputation is not what you say about yourself, it is what others say when you are not there. If you do not control it, others will write your story for you. See reputation as both armor and sword. You need it to protect yourself from disrespect, and also to create a presence others cannot ignore. Do not reveal everything about yourself. Mystery is magnetism. Curiosity makes people cautious. When they do not know what you are capable of, they respect your hidden potential. Let consistency be your foundation, steady under pressure, calm amid chaos, consistent in word and action. When you are someone everyone can rely on, your reputation becomes the invisible force pushing you farther than any promise could. 7. Turn excellence into discipline. Excellence is not a single burst of brilliance. It is not a speech or a rare act of courage. True excellence is built in small, unseen moments, when no one is watching. It is when you rise early despite fatigue. When you keep promises to yourself even if no one will know. When you tackle the hardest task first instead of delaying. These small acts, repeated daily, forge unshakable strength. Through daily discipline, you build a confidence no one can strip away. You know you can trust yourself. That is the firmest belief of all, stronger than any external validation. Others may choose comfort, you choose training. They choose short-term pleasure, you choose long-term strength. They choose easy, you choose greatness. In the end, only those who choose discipline have the power to overcome life's true trials. 8. Become invincible. All principles converge here, invincibility. When you have transformed within, built a mental fortress, mastered silence, turned disappointment into strength, stayed silent before critics, controlled reputation, and forged discipline, you reach a level where nothing external can destroy you. Others may insult, you remain unmoved. They may betray, you do not collapse. They may test, you only grow stronger. You achieve absolute independence, not needing praise to feel enough, not needing acceptance to continue, not needing permission to act. This is not cold indifference. This is strategic wisdom. You still love, still care, still connect, but from the position of a master, not a dependent. Machiavelli once said, "He who conquers himself is the greatest warrior." When you become invincible, every external challenge becomes an opportunity to prove your inner strength. Enemies will exhaust themselves trying to shake you. But you keep advancing, unstoppable. You began this journey burdened by insecurity and social programming. But after these 8 principles, you are reborn. You are no longer someone who needs permission to live your life. No longer someone broken by criticism. No longer someone restrained by betrayal. Now you are a force. A person unapologetic for existing. A mind solid as a fortress. A strategist wielding silence, disappointment, and discipline to build influence. An invincible being. The world will test you immediately. The new boundaries you set will be challenged. Old habits will try to pull you back. But remember, you have come too far to turn back. This is your moment. This is the time to prove you cannot be restrained, cannot be broken, cannot be stopped. You are invincible. You are Machiavelli reborn in the modern age. And the world, whether it wants to or not, will have to acknowledge it.
Thank you for watching until the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to watch more interesting videos.